All right, y'all. So I am still in season 3 of the Girl Uprising podcast, but as y'all can see, I'm in a new studio. Um, I haven't recorded anything live maybe in the last 2.5 to 3 weeks to maybe like a month because I've been investing. Okay. With new levels comes new investments. So I've done things like I'm looking to purchase a camera on my own. I'm getting a website built for the nonprofit. Well, I'm getting it rebuilt because the one that I did myself just isn't up to par. Just investing in different mics. So if I have to shoot or record at home, I have better quality equipment. So I am now back in a new studio, which is more convenient for me because it is closest to where I live. This studio comes with the lighting that I don't have to operate, the sound that I don't have to operate. I don't have to do any of that. So we're gonna go ahead and start recording here. Hopefully, like I love the studio. However, I wanted to kind of give you all an overview of what's been going on in my life over the last 3 or so months. Talking to my therapist and trying to become a little bit more transparent when it comes to my life. Um, I'm gonna fill y'all in a little bit. All right. So as of March 31st, I resigned from my full-time position. And it was a long time coming, to be honest. I knew that it was time for me to go, but I had been with the company for 9 years and had been given opportunities to grow. I mean, anytime I asked for something to be done, it was done. Anytime I asked for a raise, I eventually got it. So I had gotten to a level of, comfort in the job. So it wasn't the money, it wasn't my coworkers, it wasn't my director, but there comes a time where you need to like move. Like there needs to be a change in the things that you do, and I knew that that was it for me a while ago. So I moved here to Texas from Virginia, and I literally asked my director. I was like, "Look, I'm gonna move to Texas. Can I take my laptop with me?" And within a week, I had an answer, yeah. So I ended up moving here, shipping my car, and you know, giving things away in my apartment, putting it in storage, and just moved here to see like what was next for me. And so with the company doing that, it had become a crutch. I didn't see it like that at first, but it had become a crutch. When COVID hit, I stayed busy. I stayed busy when it came to just hiring. We actually, my company or like the sector of the department where I worked, we stayed busy. We had to come up with a new way of hiring, a new way of training, and I was granted the ability to formulate a new process when it came to both of those things. So I gained a lot of experience when it came to onboarding, training new employees or just existing employees in a virtual space. What was happening though is I was becoming burnt out, and I didn't realize it at the moment. I looked at it as like, you gotta thug it out. It's the grunt work. Things are hard. Things have to be hard, but it'll eventually get to a point where you can deal with what's going on. And that's fine to a certain extent, but I think it's important for us to realize where where those opportunities are where we need to transition or move. So what was happening was I was dealing with the things that came with the job, and when times were easy, I was like, okay, um it's not as bad as it looks. But what was happening was I was not I was not building my tolerance of the job was just growing and growing and growing and growing. And slowly I was becoming just overwhelmed. What it was there were things or just things that we had to do, processes, procedures that I just didn't agree with when it came to the company. And years of overlooking those things built resentment in me. I got to the point where I would sit in meetings and just be so overwhelmed, just so like, mm, because I'm tired of this. So January, I took a leave of absence, and when it was time for me to go back, I literally could not. I mean, emotionally, I was like, "You can't do this." I just couldn't do it. So I was like, "All right, I don't know what's next. I don't know what it looks like, but Imma leave. Imma leave the job." And so that was a huge step for me because I didn't know what was next, right? So I put in my resignation and I was just like, I loved y'all. Thank you for the opportunity to grow, but it's time for me to go. And I left without without a plan, without knowing what's next. But it was worth it. And I have been blessed tremendously because of it. I'm telling y'all. I've gotten so many opportunities that I didn't have before. Also, when it comes to the time that it takes to put into your business, I really thought that I was putting in the time to elevate the nonprofit, to elevate the podcast, to elevate the business that I just started. But I really wasn't given enough time or as much time as I could have, just due to the fact that I was working a full time job. So the amount of blessings that have come from me just like taking the leap and just letting go of the type of control that I thought I have been tremendous. Um, just new opportunities with the podcast, new opportunities with the nonprofit, new opportunities with the Uprising Training Solutions, the business that I just started. So it has been a blessing. I say all that to say, if you are at a point where you feel that you need to take a leap of faith, where you need to make a transition in your life, where you're just like, I need to start this business or I need to do this, do it. It's not always going to look the way that you think that it's going to look. However, eventually it will be worth it. And sometimes what it takes is a mind shift. Like it literally takes you saying, look, I know that it doesn't look like what I think it's going to look like, but I know what I've been promised. I know what I've worked so hard for. And you literally have to take that into account, take a step back, make the investment and move. And you'll be blessed because of it. So you all, I'm going to continue to document this journey that I'm on. Um, I don't know all of the steps. I don't know all of what's going to happen next. I'm just in a place where I'm open to what it is. All you can do is take the leap. You all, if you have any questions, any comments, please go ahead and follow the podcast on YouTube, Girl Uprising Podcast. Go ahead and subscribe on anywhere where podcasts are shown. So that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube as well. Go ahead and like and follow the organization on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And if you don't have any of those methods of communication, send me an email at girluprising2020@gmail.com and I'll get back to you.